This is the Mighty Ova, Sports Director for 1080 AM WFO Radio for our weekly Buffalo Bills Sports Update. As we begin the second quarter of the season, the Buffalo Bills come in here with a very disappointing record of 1-3. Well, that really tells you that Dick Jauron is under fire. This is the incumbent coach that was brought back to keep continuity with this team and get it ready for the playoffs, and it does not look good right now. Dick Jauron is not popular with the faithful fans of Western New York and around the country that adore the Buffalo Bills. Even some of the ancient players like Darryl Talley and others are beginning to chime in for change. And that is something. From a once proud Buffalo Bills organization that was one of the most winningest franchises of the 90s, we are now seeing one of the most losing franchises of the 21st century. What can be done? First thing that needs to be done is Dick Jauron must be held accountable, along with the lackluster effort of many of the players. Darryl Talley even stated that some of these players didn't deserve to get back on the plane to come back to Buffalo. This is one of the greats that played for the Buffalo Bills and gave 100%. And when he didn't play good, he admitted it. When he had a bad Super Bowl, he said, "I didn't play well in Super Bowl 25, and I hurt my team." Darryl Talley is one of the most upstanding former Buffalo Bills players in history. And I'm telling you now that this team and its players are not holding themselves accountable in public. And really, the coach is giving us some really lackluster answers. Well, it's up to Ralph Wilson. If they lose to the Cleveland Browns, there are going to be immediate calls for Dick Jauron to be relieved of duty. I believe the best thing to do for the Buffalo Bills at this point is to let Dick Jauron go. I think he has lost the confidence of his team. I think he's very well liked within the locker room. But let me tell you something. Dick Jauron is not a good head football coach in this league up to this point. We have not seen this team with the amount of talent make the strides that we thought they would make. You have one of the greatest receivers in history, one of the most productive receivers in history, and you can't figure out how to get him the football. You have one of the fastest receivers in the NFL, in Lee Evans. You can't figure out how to get him the football. One of the telling signs of Trent Edwards' regression is ball placement. This Sunday, look at where he places the ball. If he does not place the ball in front of the receiver where they can run into the ball and make plays after the catch, run after the catch, you won't see this team do any better. Terrell Owens and Lee Evans and Josh Reed are just struggling to catch the ball, and thus they can't be in a position to make yards after they catch the ball. This is on Trent Edwards. He has regressed since he was a rookie, and all of this is due to bad coaching. And we are calling on Ralph Wilson. If they lose to the Cleveland Browns this Sunday, you must get rid of Dick Jauron immediately. I think he needs to go regardless of what they do Sunday, because they have given away 3 games. 3 games already in the first quarter of the season that they could have easily won if the coaches had done their job in preparing these players and putting them in the position to win. I know players make plays, coaches coach, but let me tell you something. This coaching staff is failing Western New York, and the organization itself under Russ Brandon has failed, and they need change in this organization. The stadium continues to be sold out each and every week. Western New York fans that are loyal to the Buffalo Bills for years deserve better. We deserve better, and I would like to cover a better team for once. It has been 10 years since we really talked about this team going anywhere. It's been mediocre under Jauron. It has not gotten any better. It seems like it's gotten worse. It is time for Dick Jauron to pack up and leave. There are some bad things going on this football team, and a lot of it starts with the head coach. After the head coach, Ralph Wilson needs to look at his organization model, and it is not working under Russ Brandon. Russ Brandon is a marketing guru. I give him all the credit in the world, but he's not a football guy. You need a football guy running this organization. And the best thing to do, there's some football guys out there. They need to bring them in. Let him hire his head coach and get the scouting department where it needs to be, and let's move the Buffalo Bills back to being a contender. We're now at the point of being one of the laughingstock franchises in the NFL, and I think we in Western New York deserve better. This is the Mighty Over. Look forward to seeing you next week.